Hello, friends. James Stevenson back with a fresh Who's Hating Hard on Tesla Today episode. I'll check in with my co host Loki, who is curled up in bed sleeping, before I run the Who's Hating Hard on Tesla Today sizzle and let you know today's hater is real Dan O'Dowd, owner of Green Hill Software. Let me share my desktop with you and show you what we're talking about today. It's this ad that Dan O'Dowd purchased on X. He's paying Elon Musk to run anti-Elon Musk ads, anti-Tesla ads here. The copy of this ad on X says, "Happy 5th birthday to all the promises Elon Musk made at Tesla Autonomy Day in 2019. Watch to find out how Tesla did. In his view, looking forward to the Robotaxi re-unveil on August 8th, 2024. I wonder if any of the promises Elon makes on 8/8 will have been met in 5 years' time." If you're going to buy an ad to purchase views, impressions, maybe proofread it first before you hit send, Dan O'Dowd. If any of the promises Elon Musk makes on 8/8 will have been met in 5 years' time. I had to reply to this ad. This is a heck of a ratio. At first, you may not think that I ratioed the fool out of Dan O'Dowd here, because I don't have more likes than his ad has, but his ad got 2.3 million impressions, and my reply got 11,000 impressions. If you do the percentages on these, this is a woefully tiny percentage of this number, and this is a very respectable percentage of this number. Why don't you disclose which Tesla competitors your company takes money from? I asked, to which Dan O'Dowd replied, Green Hill Software has hundreds of clients, including most reputable car companies. It's not a secret. They are on the website. I don't see how it makes a difference to Elon Musk failing to deliver on his promises for 5 years. Well, I'll tell you, Dan. So I think what I hear you saying is, 1, Tesla won't buy your software. 2, you stand to lose a lot of money if Ford and Tesla stop buying your software. Ford and Tesla are 2 of the major automakers listed at this link if you go check it out. 3, you have a personal financial interest in destroying Tesla's reputation. Do I have that about right? No, replied Dan O'Dowd. This is only about getting Elon Musk's defective 2-ton killer robots off of our public roads. Yeah, so let's leave all the other 2-ton killer vehicles on the road and just remove the Teslas. That's what Dan wants. You think we should believe you're acting purely in the public interest rather than selfishly protecting the millions of dollars per year you just admitted you collect from Tesla's competitors? Let's put it to a vote. The votes are in. After 1,230 votes have been counted, 8.7% believe Dan is Mother Teresa. 91.3% believe Dan wants more money. So here's Earl of Frunk Puppy joining the conversation. Oh gosh, voted wrong. I replied, you mean you should have voted Mother Teresa like Dan did? When there were only 2 votes, it was a tie. Yeah. All right, so Dan replied, this half-wit thinks running 3 Super Bowl ads, 5 full-page ads in the New York Times, being quoted in thousands of news articles, and maintaining a full-time staff to warn the public about the worst automotive product on the market. It's the best driver assistance software on the market by far. All experts agree. All credible experts agree. There is no more fully featured driver assistance suite than Tesla Full Self-Driving Supervised. I'm not even going to read you the rest of that. I replied, this Luddite is raging against technological progress because he knows, as most experts admit, Tesla offers the safest and best performing driver assistance features available to consumers. He knows he can't do any better, even though he bills his company as selling the safest software, falsely. He wants to continue enriching himself by selling inferior software to Tesla's competitors for as long as possible. And that's what's really going on. With my 210 likes here to his 16, 148 likes here to his 8. That's a heck of a ratioing the whole way down. I'll hit the back button and show you what happened next. Is he retweeted me? That's right, Dan O'Dowd drew more attention to my replies by retweeting me from his account to his followers with that comment that he left, that he was, I guess, disappointed more people hadn't liked. So I replied to that. It's a simple question, Dan. Try to answer it directly without waffling, stammering, equivocating, lying, or changing the subject. Are you trying to destroy Tesla's reputation so your company can keep selling inferior software to Tesla's competitors for as long as possible? Here was what Dan stammered and stuttered.
Do you have a huge financial interest in a competing solution? Is that part of the reason that you even started looking at this technology and are so critical of it?
Well, no. I mean, a financial interest in a way. I have no, as you guys say, I have no financial interest in Tesla. I have no short positions, puts, anything like that. My entire financial interest in Tesla is I own 3 of them. I own 3 Teslas. I own 2 Roadsters and a Model S. That there's no financial interest. If people say, you know, financial interest, can you say I'm a competitor? I help BMW. I help Daimler, all the big companies, GM. We supply software for those people to do it, and that gives it information.
Do you have
information? There is a code word for money that Dan O'Dowd just used. He substituted the word information for the word money because some people sometimes define money as information. Yes, he's taking money from Tesla's competitors. He just admitted it. And then here he denies it, saying no. Who believes Dan? I replied with another poll. I got 2,000 votes on this one. 3.8%, so not even 4.20% of respondents said yes, he's trustworthy. 16.3% responded no. 69.69% responded, "Aw, hell no." And 10% just wanted to see the comments or the results. So really, it was more than 70% if you exclude those who selected option D, see results, /comment. All right, so I'll back out of here. And I'll scroll up to show me retweeting Dan O'Dowd. Hey, real Dan O'Dowd, you seem to be a big fan of books, but not a fan of Tesla, the company disrupting your old school approach to writing software. Have you actually considered writing a book on a topic you're actually still an expert in? I put one more actually in there than it deserves. But yeah, here's my photoshopped book cover. I spent too much time on this for it to look this terrible still. But How to Get Ratioed by a Half-Wit is the book by Dan O'Dowd. That's what he's an expert in. This half-wit, he calls me, thinks running 3 Super Bowl ads, etc. So that's where the half-wit comes from. $1.99 was the manufacturer's suggested retail price for this book, but it's been marked down to free. You can take as many as you want. Nobody wants to buy Dan O'Dowd's book, How to Get Ratioed by a Half-Wit. He replied to me, "Oh my, I'm so scared I'm going to be ratioed by a bunch of nitwit cultists. Will it hurt a lot? Will I ever overcome the shame? Get a life. Incel." That's right. That's the level of discourse coming from Dan O'Dowd. 117 views and 1 like he got on his reply here. Let's see if there were other replies to this. Well, there was that one, which is too long to go into. Featureless software cannot crash from Equilibrium_420. Poking fun at Green Hill Software. Brutal. FSD v12.3.4 has apparently not been deadly software for me, as I use it to complete greater than 90% of all my driving. I do too, with my FSD. Neither I nor any other people in my path have been harmed during my use of FSD, and the report that came out from NHTSA showed that there's been a total of 1 traffic fatality from people using FSD, according to their study, their research. What's getting reported, the larger number being reported, is from autopilot, not from FSD beta or FSD supervised. So we got some funny stuff. So some people are encouraging me to be nicer to my elders. My elders aren't being that nice to me, so I feel okay. You forgot to add the clown makeup and wig for Dan O'Dowd. A lot of people have that out there if you want to go find it. But what's the point of this video? The point is, don't trust Dan O'Dowd. Your default setting on Dan O'Dowd should be, he's trying to deceive me because he has such a proven track record of trying to deceive people. That's what's going on here. So, yeah. Is Dan O'Dowd trustworthy? He definitely is not trustworthy. There you go. That's my video for today. So we'll check back in with Loki, who is still curled up in bed sleeping, before I outro by reminding you to like the video if you liked the video, and thanking everyone who supports me, whether you're doing that on Patreon or on X, or by joining my YouTube channel as my executive producers, Kathy Kitchler and Rebellionaire.com did, and see you in the next one.